friends, welcome back to Belle's Library. I'm Heather, and today we're here to do my October TBR. I am so excited to be getting to Belle's Bookland this month, and I have a bunch of really fun readathons to talk to you guys about as well that I'm going to be participating in this month, and it's also my birthday month, which makes October even better. It's like the best month of the year. Plus we have Halloween. So, I mean, we've got fall and spooky reads and just all of the great stuff that comes along with this time of year and my birthday, again, just in case you didn't catch that, because that just makes it all the more better. Before we totally jump into all of the video content here, go ahead and click subscribe, and also I have Instagram and Goodreads linked down below so we can chit chat on all platforms. And so go ahead and do all that business, and then we can jump into talking more about Belle's Bookland and all of the other fun stuff going on in October. So I'm thinking we'll go ahead and just talk a little bit about a few of the readathons that are going on that I'm really excited to be doing during October. I'll run through some of that. We'll talk about my books from September and if I read them and if I'm taking punishments. And then we'll start rolling for my October TBR. So if you guys haven't seen this yet, I am captaining a team in a readathon for the entire month of October, and that is the Trick or Treatathon. And Megan and Courtney are hosting it. I will put their info down below, and I will also link my announcement video for you guys so you can see a little bit more about how this readathon works. And we've got a Discord going, and it's just a really fun month-long bingo board type readathon where we've got a bunch of prompts and you try to make a bingo, and we've got 5 teams going on, and Team Magic is totally gonna win. But to get more details, go ahead and go to my announcement video and join in on all the fun. You can also just go to the Discord. I'll have that link down below and see all of the print information and kind of get more of a look at it that way if that's helpful for you as well. But I've got my bingo board made and kind of a TBR. I just actually put out a video on this recently, so I'll make sure to link that as well. And so I've got a lot of books for that because there's like 25 spots on the board. I don't think I'm going to be reading all of them, but I'm going to try and work them into Belle's Bookland. Another month-long readathon that's going on this month is Spooktober, and this one I saw from Riveting Reads channel. I'll make sure to put her announcement down below, but there's like 5 or 6 people hosting this one, I believe, and like I said, it's all month long. They've got like 5 or 6 different prompts and also a group book. So the group book I've actually been really intrigued by. It's a new release. It's called In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and it's by Ashley Winstead, and I'm intrigued by it. I've heard a few different YouTubers talking about it, and it sounds interesting. And I know it's kind of, I think it's like a bunch of like college friends get back together like years later or something, and there's like a murder or mystery thing going on, I believe. But I've kind of got some ideas for books I'd like to read for that. Another thing, so kind of what I'm thinking for October, I was thinking I was going to do some weekly vlogs anyways, since I am hosting or captaining a team for a readathon and kind of helping with that. I was like, oh, I'll probably like do weekly reading vlogs, but there's so many great readathons going on. So I'm thinking each week I will also just have one of these readathons that I'm trying to read through their prompts. So Spooktober, I believe, is going to be the first week of October. I'm reading that one. One of the weeks is not going to be to do with a readathon. It's going to be reading all the Dark Corners books from Amazon. It's like a collection of 7 of them, and I've read one and really enjoyed it, and they're like just spooky horror short story novels. They're like 40 to 70 pages each, so I have 6 more of those, and I figured that would be a great way to get some bingo stuff going, but also a fun vlog to see if those Amazon books are worth anything and if they're all as good as the one that I did read already. So another one that's running all month long, I saw this one on Grace with Books channel, and again, I will have that announcement down below for you guys. It's the Scaredy Cat Readathon, and so they have like these different paths you can take on this little map. It's really cute, and so I think I'm going to be doing the Haunted Mansion path, but I'm also going to add in a couple of the extra prompts as well. So I have some ideas there for what I'm thinking, but that'll be another week that I will do. And then the last readathon that I'm thinking about is Camp Weekend Ween, and this is with Gabby Reads and Olivia Reads a Latte. I did Summer Ween this summer and it was really fun, and this one kind of works out perfect because if I start vlogging on the 1st and I do the first 4 weeks each on their own vlog, that goes through the 28th, and then Camp Weekend Weened goes from the 29th through the 31st in that like weekend of Halloween. So I'm like, that can be its own little weekend vlog, and I'm like, it's beautiful and I love it. So I'm really excited to be participating in that one as well. I think they have, I don't know if they have a group book going. I know the Scaredy Cat readathon does, but I don't think I'm going to read it just because I have so many other things that I'm going to be reading. But yeah, I'm excited to get into that one and see where it goes. And we'll talk more TBR stuff when I'm actually like vlogging and into that, I think. Otherwise, this video is going to be way too long. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about how I did with last month's TBR. Bookland was like amazing to me, which was great. I only had 5 books that I had to read in September, which was awesome because I also did Bookopoly and the Magical Readathon, and that added a lot of other books to my TBR, and I'm still trying to make it through all of those, but I was like, I gotta make sure that I'm working through most of my Belle's Bookland so I don't end up with punishments. And it worked out really well that I didn't have too many books. So my first book was My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, and I read that one. And then I had Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This is the only one that I haven't read yet, and I'm filming this decently early. It's only the 21st, so we've got some time, and I should definitely be able to finish this one up pretty quick. The next book was Last Night at the Telegraph Club, and this was by Melinda Lowe, and I read that one. And then we had Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman, and I finished that one. And the last book that I had was Horrid by Katrina Leno, which I also finished. So it's just that one last book, but I know I can finish it in the next like 9 days. No worries there. So no punishments, which is great because it's my birthday month and I probably would have just given myself a break anyways, if we're being honest here. But let's see if Belle's Bookland will be nice to me this month. I'm really hoping so. I'm hoping that I can include a lot of fun fall and spooky books and things off of my other TBRs for all the other readathons that are going on, and that I don't end up with a million books on my TBR too, because it just needs to be nice to me. It'd be like a birthday gift. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start into the rolls. Okay, let's start Belle's Bookland. I'm very excited for this month. Here we go. So we've got a 7 to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, perfect. That's horror, which is great for spooky season. So roll number 1, and we got a horror novel. That's great. For this one, I am going to continue reading some of Grady Hendrix works. I've been kind of working through his, and I had My Best Friend's Exorcism on my TBR last month. So this month, I'm going to get to his newest one, which is The Final Girls Support Group. And this one, we're following like a group of final girls who go to the support group, and then one of them ends up getting killed, and the rest of them are like freaking out because they've already been in these situations and they're afraid that they're going to be next. And I think that it's kind of a chain of murders through them or something. I'm not totally sure. I just know it has all these different final girls, and Grady Hendrix definitely, you know, has a certain way he writes his horror, and I really enjoy it and have a good time with it, and I'm excited to see how this one goes. I'm not really sure that I enjoy the final girl trope thing very much, but we'll find out maybe with this one how I like it. Hopefully roll number 2 will keep that going. Here we go. We got a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Less fantasy. Okay, so this next one, I got a fantasy, and I've been trying to read this book for a little bit, so I really want to. I already have a vlog idea planned for this one, and it's like, I'm almost done with the vlog. I just need to read this book, and it's also on my bingo board, so I'm going to be getting to The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. Finally, This one's, I've been really wanting to get to it. I just like haven't quite fit it in. So I'm really excited to be adding this into the TBR. This one is a Russian wilderness, like folklore type tale. So we follow this young girl, and basically like her mom really believes in all of the different like frost demons and things from fairy tales, and they leave out like offerings to him to keep their home safe and stuff like that. And then she ends up passing away, and they get a new stepmom, and the stepmom really doesn't believe any of that. She doesn't want any of it around, and weird things start happening, like the crops start dying and just stuff like that. And the young girl's pretty sure it's because of that, and I think like her and the stepmom don't get along. I don't think she really like trusts the stepmom or something. I don't know. It's kind of got like a folklore fairy tale type storytelling from what I understand, and I'm just really interested. I think the storytelling is going to be really fun in this one. Moving to roll number 3 here. That would be a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's contemporary. Getting quite the mix so far. Okay, so we got a contemporary, and this one is kind of tricky. I was like, what am I gonna do with this one? I was trying to look in my bingo board and figure it out, and I'm gonna stretch this one a little bit because I don't have anything that's really straight contemporary at the moment that I'm kind of thinking. So this is like a contemporary romance. We're gonna go with Virgin River by Robin Carr. If you guys haven't watched Virgin River, the Netflix series, it's really cute and heartwarming, and it kind of gives you the small town vibes that are similar to like Gilmore Girls, and it's just like a very good fall show. Like it's just very like cuddly, warm, cute, and it's following, this is what the show is following. I don't know exactly how the books connect with the show and if they're similar or very different. If you've read it and you want to let me know, then that would be great. But we're basically following Mel, and she is a nurse practitioner, and she moves out to Virgin River and takes up this position there working for the doctor in town. And it's like the super small town, so he's like the only doctor, and he doesn't know that she's been hired to work for him, and she like shows up and things just kind of go funky. This cabin she was supposed to be getting with the job to stay in is like completely run down, and the doctor wants nothing to do with her, and she just kind of gets sucked into the town though and the small town life. But she's also got some things in her past that she's dealing with as well. And there's a Jack's bar where a lot of people go to eat. It's like kind of the place that everybody congregates, and Jack starts showing her around town and stuff. So anyways, that's kind of the gist of it. So we're gonna read the book that correlates with that. Let's see if we can keep the good vibes going. So of course we got a 1. I can't say I'm mad because we got a romance, and that's gonna work for me. We got romance! I'm so excited! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this. Okay, so I have lots of romance ideas that I really want to get to. I actually just put out a video that is fall romances I am dying to read, so I will link that for you guys, and you can check that one out. But I think for this one, I'm gonna go with The Coppersmith Farmhouse by Devney Perry. This one's calling to me for some reason. It's just screaming fall. Like, look at this cover. It's got all the fall colors. It's just, there's something that says, I need to read this right now. So we're basically following this like single mom, and she gets gifted this farmhouse out in this small town in Montana. So her and her daughter like move out there, but they also run into the sheriff, who kind of believed that this farmhouse should have been his, and it's kind of like his recluse area, so he's not very happy about it. But then like they're also like attracted to each other and find each other to be kind of witty and sexy, and it's gonna be their cute romance. And I'm pretty sure this is like a series following, like it's a series of standalones where you're following different people in the town or within the family or something of these people. So if I really like this one, I can read more from it, and I'm so excited about that. This is roll number 5. number 7 again. Apparently lucky number 7 is happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Romance again. I got another romance. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I've been like just really wanting to go hard with some romances. Like, I am in the mood for that. As much as it's like fall and spooky season, like, I want to read that stuff too, but gosh, I really just want some cozy small town romances so bad. So for this one's not like as fall, but I read the first chapter during my try a chapter tag video that I just put out, and it was so cute. So I really want to read The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood, and this was my September pick for book of the month. It just sounds so adorable. We're following, I think it's Olive? Yes, Olive. She's like a PhD student, and she has this really great friend who has like this instant connection with this guy that she's seeing, and she isn't super interested, and she's like, no, like, you guys go for it. Like, I can tell that this is like way more important than me. And then she tries to convince her friend that she is already seeing somebody else and that it's not a big deal. And so in trying to figure this out, she sees her friend coming, and she's next to one of the professors at the college, and so she just like grabs him and kisses him. And so they end up in this fake dating type situation because she's trying to help out her friend. And so far it seemed really cute and funny, and I really liked at the beginning of the chapters, there's like little hypothesis. And so it says, any rumor regarding my love life will spread with a speed that is directly proportional to my desire to keep said rumor a secret. So she always makes like little hypotheses about like her love life and how that connects to her. And it's cute. And I enjoy the sciencey aspects to this because that's just, I have a very science-centered mind in a lot of ways. So I'm excited about this one, if you can't tell. Okay, roll number 6 here. Whoa. Okay, wow. 16 really wanted to jump out at us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. A mystery thriller. I can work with that. Roll number 6, we got a mystery thriller, which I have a lot of those on my TBR. So that's totally great with me. For this one, I'm actually going to be doing Ace of Spades by Farida Abikeyemidi. I'm sorry, I know that was not pretty at all. But I've heard great things about this book, and I've got this from the library right now that I need to read, and then I also have the audiobook on hold, so I'm hoping that'll also come through. We're following like these 2 teens, and I believe they're at like a prep school or something like that. They're the school's senior prefects, but they're like the only 2 Black kids there, and somebody like starts texting everybody all these secrets about these 2 students and is like totally targeting them, and he's called Aces, I think. And so they're trying to figure out who in the heck is doing this and stop them and stuff like that. So I'm very highly intrigued, and I want to know what everybody's been talking about because I feel like this book has been really, really talked about lately. All right, this is roll number 7. We've gotten a couple 7s rolled. Let's see if this is like the lucky roll. Okay, we got a 16 again. Didn't we get one of those earlier too? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's horror again. And the very last one was another horror novel. And for this one, I'm going to give myself a little bit of a break because I've got a good chunk of books going on for my TBR. And I'm going to add in one of those short stories that was from the Dark Corners collection from Amazon. And this one I'm actually pretty excited about. I think it sounds pretty good. And it's called Sleep Tight Motel. So we're following this woman, and she like shows up at this motel, and she basically has a fake ID and a gun and like an ex-husband or boyfriend or something that abuses her, and she's trying to get away from him. And so I'm assuming she like thinks she's safe at this motel, but I'm assuming that she's actually not going to be safe at the motel. Things are going to go a little sideways. So yeah, I'm intrigued about that one. So we're going to add one of those on here just to give myself a little bit of an easier book as well. Okay, so let's see if we get a 1 or if we're done. We got a 15, which means we are finished. Overall, I'm feeling like that is not bad. Not bad at all. We've got The Bear and the Nightingale, The Love Hypothesis, Ace of Spades, we have The Coppersmith Farmhouse, Final Girl Support Club, and Sleep Tight Motel, and Virgin River. So 7 books, and I think most of these are on my bingo board, or like fitting into some of my TBR stuff or the readathons, so I'm not mad about it at all. Totally happy with this. It's gonna be a great month. I mean, it has to be. It's my birthday month. So the very last little thing that I'm going to kind of throw in here is just what I'm going to pick for my Buzzwordathon and Book Covered Book Club books, because I do try to do those each month. So the Buzzwordathon is put on by Books and Lala, and she basically put out a theme every month of this year is kind of how she's running it. And this month's theme is elements. So things like air, water, fire, earth in the title or something like that. So for this one, I'm going to do These Witches Don't Burn. And so burn is kind of like fire, but also the witches in this are like elemental witches from what I understand. So I feel like it kind of works in a couple ways. And we're basically following like this group of teen witches, and they have a coven, and I think there's like some dark magic happening. There's like a new witch there that they're trying to like save people from, but then there's also it's set in the real world, and there's also something going on with one of the main witches, like her ex, and I believe it's LGBTQ rep in here as well. That's my general like knowledge ideas here. And then the Book Covered Book Club is kind of similar to the Buzzwordathon. It is put on by Caitlin E. at The Lit Review, and each month she puts out a theme that you're going to find in the cover of the book. And so she'll usually put out some recommendations and ideas, and she gets ideas for the actual themes from everybody that kind of comments and adds it into her list of ideas. But for last month, it wasn't out when I filmed my TBR, so I didn't add anything, and then I was trying to find something and I couldn't find any books that were already on my TBR, and I was like, I don't know if I can add another book right now, so I'm doing September's and October's this month. And September was to have a book with books on the cover, and so for this one I'm going to do A Study in Charlotte, and this one is like a mystery, YA mystery type book where we're following this girl. She goes to a boarding school, and she's like the great-great-granddaughter of Sherlock Holmes. Kind of has, I think, the same kind of mental capacities and stuff that he does, and she's trying to solve some kind of age-old mystery or something on the campus, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. But I like a good Sherlock Holmes type retelling. I usually enjoy those, so I'm excited to get into this one. And there's a couple spots. There's like a girl like holding a book, and then I think there's a book in like the top left corner or something. I'll try and point it out on the screenshot for you guys because it's kind of hard to see. And then for October, the theme was to have teal on the cover, and I have the Love Hypothesis, which is kind of more bluish than tealish, but I mean it kind of maybe could work. Otherwise, I have The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I really feel like is more teal-like color. And I'm really excited because this was actually sent to me by Caitlin this last month, which was so sweet and so awesome of her. So thank you again, Caitlin. That was really, really nice of you to send this my way. But she sent it to me and she's like, this would be a great fall read for the Treatathon, and it works perfect for her book club too. So I'm really hoping to read this one next month as well. I have read and adored this one, but I have been wanting to reread it, and I would totally love to get back into the story. And one of my prompts is to reread a book for the Treatathon. So it's like, it's just perfect. So I'm thinking that this is probably where we're gonna go with that. So I think that's it. I don't usually do this or say much about this on my channel, but I will say that my Amazon wish list is down below, and I'm going to try and update it very soon because I don't think I have for a little bit. If you're up to checking it out for my birthday, but I really like, if you don't, then it's totally fine. It just made me think of it because I haven't had anybody get anything off my Amazon wish list before, and Caitlin sent that and I got it the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. But I absolutely do not expect anything. I obviously do YouTube for the fun and enjoyment of it, but it's there if you guys want to check it out. But I hope you guys are having a super, super wonderful day. I'm so excited for fall in October, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.